All right, so Seth Humphrey here with the Gorilla Alliance. Episode 1, we talked about performance blur. Performance blur is guys that want to perform on another level, want to be their most elite version of themselves, but they have no data and no facts and no results to be able to track to see if they're making actual progress. And so it's just blurry, just like living in La La Land, right? And so what we have to be able to do is like, this is why a majority of men are depressed is, and I'm going to show you this, is they don't have a couple things. They don't have a plan. They don't have a mission. Part of the vital method is you have to have a plan and you have to have a mission. Now let me explain. I'm going to tell you a story about a DJ, lives in Dallas, Texas. I went to college with him. And we were both, I was trying to go to be sports broadcasting. He was being a DJ and in school. And so we had the same classes and we got to know each other. And we were also fraternity brothers as well. And I watched him over the years on Facebook. He went off and he married his college sweetheart. He had a couple of daughters. And I watched him over the years, and the dude is outgoing. He brings the energy, but what he also I could tell that he was doing the best he could do. But I was wondering, like, how much better could he do if he just dropped some weight and started to take care of himself? See, Nate was way over 300 pounds. And so I just reached out to him. I kind of do that sometimes. I don't really care. I know what I have works. And so I reached out to Nate and I said, man, you're killing it in business. You're killing it in faith. You're killing it as far as being a great father and a great husband. But what about you? What about you taking care of you? How do you feel? How you feel impacts every area of your life. How do you feel? How are you showing up for yourself? And he's like, Seth, I'm not. So I'm like, man, come work with me 90 days inside the Gorilla Alliance. He's like, I can't, money. And he pushes away because he's failed so many times before. So he pushes me away, pushes to the side. So I go back to the drawing board. I'm kind of pissed off now. Like, I know that my program works. I want to get this to him. So I'm like, all right, bro, you join me for 30 days. You work with me for 30 days and let's get this figured out and work together. And he's like, okay, man, let me get back to you. He kicked the can. He went back to his normal day and everything, and then I never heard back from him. And so I'm pissed off now. I'm like frustrated. Like, I've tried to help this dude. He's not reaching back out. He don't want help. Screw him. I'm moving on. He goes to Six Flags with his daughter. They get on a roller coaster. They wait 2 hours in line to get on this roller coaster. He gets on the roller coaster with his daughter. They're going to have a good time. He goes and gets in. Doesn't fit in the roller coaster. His daughter's devastated. They waited 2 hours to ride this ride. She's like, Dad, I want to ride the ride. He can't fit into it. Lady is just some random stranger sitting there. She's like, hey, you know what? I'm going by myself. I'll take your daughter. Let me ride with her. He's like, okay, cool. She rides and comes back, and the lady's like, hey, you know, that ride was a little rough. I think she may hit her head. You may want to watch her. It was right then when Nate realized that his health is now impacting his daughter and impacting his family. And then that's when he made a change. That change, he became aware. His perspective changed. He reached out to me. He said, Seth, I want to take you up on this 30 days. What I did was I gave him a plan. I said, I want you to do a mile a day, and I want you to track that mile. Okay, so now he has a plan. That's not pain, that's plan. He has a plan. I said, I want you to track that mile every day. So then what he started doing was he started tracking that mile every day. And then what he started doing was he started walking that mile and tracked the time he got it done in. Next thing you know, he started running the mile and getting faster paced. But then also I told him, hey, just find a nutrition that you can stay consistent with. That's simple that you can stay consistent with. I don't care if it's keto, paleo, whatever. He found a diet that he could stay consistent with. So now he had a plan. He was walking, running a mile every day and tracking that. On top of that, he was then drinking his green shakes, but he was also, lost my train of thought, tracking his mile and moving forward from there. I lost my train of thought. I'll come back to it in a second. He's tracking his mile. He's he's picked his diet. That's what it was. Picked his diet, tracking his mile. Then I told him, hey man, let's start drinking this amount of water. And he started tracking that amount of water and then getting back to me. And I said, hey man, let's start drinking this green shake every day. Next thing you started knowing is he had a plan that he had to follow on a daily basis. And this plan gave him, it was no question, it was either, did you get that done or did you not get it done? If you got it done, he knew he was making progress. When he tracked his mile, he knew he was making progress. Our mind's the happiest when it's making progress. So this is episode 2. You need to have a plan. Like you don't have a plan. You don't have a way of like tracking where you're going to go. Then that's going to be the la la land, feeling like, oh, I feel like I'm making. We need to know. We have to have a plan that makes us going to. And we're moving in the right direction, right? Episode 3, I'm going to tell you about the mission that Nate went on, and then what happened next is because episode 3, we have to have a mission and we have to have a routine that helps us create that motivation and that energy so we can take off and do what needs to be done. I'm going to share that with you in episode 3. Stay tuned.